Good evening, everybody. Happy New Year. I know I've already seen y'all for the new year, but it's only my second episode for the new year. This is episode number 105. Today is January 22nd of 2024, and I tell y'all what, I'm happy to be here. It seems like it's been forever since I've been here, but I was coming home from work today and I thought, you know what? I need some fresh juice and I need to do a juice show. So I thought, you're going to make some juice anyway. Why not pull it all together? Happy fasters for all of you out there who are fasting, or happy fasting to those of you who are fasting who have decided to do whatever type of fast. I heard somebody saying they were doing a soul fast, which meant that, you're going to take care of your mental, your soul is your mind, your will, your emotions. And so you're fasting to make sure that that is in balance. So I heard that somebody was doing that type of fast. I'm actually just fasting eating out because that's a problem for me. And I have really enjoyed cooking my own food. One of the things that I've cooked for breakfast last week, I did some blackened scallops with red peppers, yellow peppers, onions, and then I scrambled me some eggs because I love some eggs. But guys, I'm telling y'all, I have missed y'all, but I'm not going to be before you long. But I asked the Lord, what should I talk about on today? And I'm going to talk about our pH level because for some reason, that's something that's overlooked a lot, that is not talked about. And especially when we go and see our doctors, do they check your pH level? Do they do a urine test on you? When they do blood work on you, do they make sure that they check for the power of hydrogen going on in your body, or your body's battery, or your alkaline level, or your acidic level in the blood? Because if that's a problem for you, then degenerative diseases are inevitable. And that was my problem when I was diagnosed with cancer. My pH levels were at rock bottom. And so I'm going to move forward. But of course, since I'm very thirsty and parched today and I wanted some fresh juice and I had all of these ingredients in my refrigerator, I'm going to do pineapples, grapefruits, cranberries, and ginger on today. And so I want to say thank you, subscribers. Thank you for all of you who watch the detox and fasting broadcast. The numbers have just gone up so quickly, and I was hoping that that would happen because I wanted people to be aware of what you're doing to your body when you're fasting. And so it's good to be aware, isn't it? It's good to have knowledge about something so that you will be informed and you can make better decisions on how you're going to navigate in life. So, guys, I don't even know if the volume is up on my tablet, but I'm going to go with it. So, I'm going to go ahead and load the juicer. I am using the Triple X Breville juicer that I got for Christmas, and this is my first time using it. I'm not going to use my Nama, but I am going to try this one out, and we're going to see what it's going to do for us. So, guys, hold on to your hats. And I'm glad to be back. Hey, subscribers. Hey, viewers. Hello, children out there who are watching me. Hello, friends and family who's watching. Hello, those of you who have been diagnosed with something, and right here at the beginning of the year, you're getting a negative diagnosis about what's going on in your body. Don't panic. Don't ever panic about the diagnosis. What you do is take a deep breath, do some research on healing of that diagnosis, never the diagnosis, because you're going to get afraid and you're going to think you might die from it. But when you change your eating habits and your taste buds for the foods, the wonderful, nutritious foods that God left for us to maintain this vehicle that He wants to live in with us, then you're going to be okay. And then you have the scripture to back up in Psalms 91 that says, with long life, I'm going to satisfy you and show you my salvation. So there you have it. I'm going to go ahead and load up the juicer. I don't know how loud it's going to be, but I am going to load up the juicer. I'm going to put the cranberries in first, and I want to see how this juicer is going to work. I would think that it's going to work just like the other Nama, not the Nama, but the other Breville, because the motor is similar. But this one, not only not only is it a juicer, but a it's also a blender. So it's pretty interesting to me um, what we have here. And I am going to now for this one. This is what I love about the Nama, though, because you don't the Breville always because the chute where you put the fruits and vegetables, you don't have to chop up anything. You don't have to make it smaller. There's a whole grapefruit. In the Nama, I have to separate it and make it smaller to go in. But I'm going to see how this one is going to work for me today. And so it's all new. So we're going to use it together. But this is the Breville 3X cold press juicer and blender. Oh yeah, that blade is pretty nice. And I did bless somebody with my other Breville juicer. Ah yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and put some pineapples in. There's a new blade on here. I can tell by the way that it's going in. That juice is looking fantastic to me. And I am going to pour it out because my juice container is getting full. Ooh, it's looking fabulous. And so, guys, I'm going to taste it after I finish juicing. Then I'm going to tell you all the benefits of the juice and also tell you about how to raise your pH level in your body. And there's the juice, there's a container, but this is also a blender at the base. So, but they have it all in one. And so I'm going to go ahead and pour that out. Don't want to knock anything over. And this, I'm already at a quart. Actually, I'm at a quart and a half of juice. So I am juicing 2 pineapples. That was 3 grapefruits, and maybe a cup and a half of, what do we call those? Cranberries. And then, of course, a little piece of, ginger. I haven't done this in a while, guys, and so it's almost like my first show, but I'm excited to be here. How have you all been? I hope that you are not struggling with anything right now except getting through your fast. I think that is one of the most exciting times. I know the first couple of days of my fast, I just heard God talk to me about so many things, and especially with moving forward for 2024, making sure that there's some things that I want to pay off this year. So I'm excited about it because as God speaks, I obey, and then you have victory. And I told my niece that. She's moving on to, she's a CNA, and so she's have an interview tomorrow. And I said, listen, failure is when you disobey God. So if you hear God telling you to do something and you really know that it's Him, step out in faith and do it. And believe me, you're going to have good success because that's what He says. I know the thoughts I think towards you, thoughts of peace and not of evil, to give you an expected end. Y'all excuse me, but I've dropped some cranberries and I don't want to step on them and make a mess in here. But I'm going to continue to juice the cranberries, and then we're going to finish this juice. Then we're going to taste it. It's looking good. But getting back to fasting, many years I fasted food, but I decided to go a different way. I decided to not eat what somebody else was preparing for me because a lot of times when we eat out, we don't know what people are actually putting in the food, what kind of preservatives, what kind of grease. We don't even know how sanitary the people are, do we? And so that was the thing. I said, you know what, Lord, that's what I'm going to give up. It's almost like Lent, but it is fasting. So that the juice is done. I'm going to taste it, and I'm going to let y'all know how fantastic it is, because I know that it is. Ooh. All right. Going to pour all of that out. And I want to tell y'all, we are at, it almost looks like a dreamsicle, which I like. I remember as little kids when High's ice cream store was open, we used to have dreamsicles. Okay, so we're at 3 quarts of, lots of froth there, but we're at 3 quarts of juice. That was 2 pineapples, four grapefruits, and a bag of cranberries, and just maybe a thumb size of ginger. So I'm going to taste it, then I'm going to tell you all the benefits, and then we're going to talk about our pH levels. Okay, let's taste. Guys, woo, that is fantastic. And I tell y'all what I taste the most. I'm going to go ahead and put this in the jars, but I actually taste the cranberries the most. It is the most, it's the dominant thing going on in this juice, and that's okay with me, but it is really good, and I am going to be drinking from it as I continue the show. Hopefully the show won't be too long. We're only at 11 minutes, so look at that. I know some of you may be wondering, for you first-time juicers, how long does it take to juice? So now you see, with this Breville 3X, it took less than 11 minutes. Now, it took me about 10 minutes to prep, and so that would be 21 minutes for those of you who want to know how long does it take to juice. So now you know. And so you can get up early enough, or you can make your juice at night before you go to bed, and then you will be able to have a nice fresh glass of juice before you lay down. I don't recommend doing juice with ginger in it before going to bed, because ginger has a tendency to keep you awake and alert. It's the same thing with people who like to drink tea. Don't do green tea at night. I can't anyway, before I go to bed. So here we go. I'm going to take some more of this amazing juice. God bless you all. Isn't that beautiful? It almost matches my blouse, my turtleneck. I want to say to y'all, I am still have some phlegm and some cold mucus still coming up from when I had COVID back in December. And my strength has not come back 100, but I'm going to work and I'm doing what I have to do, still doing my classes. Had a big paper that was due right out the gate the first of the year, but I'm doing well in school, and I'm grateful because I want to help somebody. I want to help somebody feel better, and I want to help somebody have a better quality of life, because that's what it's all about. I'm going to take one more drink. Mmm. And that is delicious. So, let me make sure I don't have any froth across my lips. All right, guys, here we are. We are talking about the pH, right? So, I want to explain the pH, or the alkalinity in the body that's necessary to keep us going, keep us moving. And the reason why we have to have it is because our pH in our blood is actually what keeps our engine running, or keeps us healthy, keeps us alive, and keeps every part, every system in the body running and functioning properly, believe it or not. The blood flows through the body 7,000 times per day. The cycle of blood pumping through the heart, through that cardiovascular system, through the veins, through the arteries, through the, I guess they're called venules, but through every part where blood flows through the body, from the top of our head to the soles of our feet. The heart pumps the blood through the body 7,000 times a day. Now, if we think about that, which of course, who would think about it? Who would even, because God is so amazing that we don't even hear the systems. Some people who have heart problems, you may hear certain things going on in your body, or you may experience pain in your body. But I'm telling you, there are ways and there are things that you can do for yourself. And the main thing is make sure that you eat nutritiously and that you eat very little processed food, very little foods that have a lot of sugar in it or preservatives in it. All right. So we're going to move right along. Okay, guys. What is pH balance? The pH balance plays an important role in the chemical makeup of the human body. The term pH refers to whether a substance is an acid, and alkaline, also known as basic or neutral. Let's look at it this way. Always have some type of example, because I'm an ABC 1, 2, 3 kind of learner, or I'm a visual learner. And so things have to be broken down, or I have to read it so many times to get a better understanding. So for me, all of us have our cell phones, right? So we know that there's a battery in that phone, and the way that we keep that battery in the phone charged, our cell phones all came with a charger, or a cord or a cable. Well, our cable to keep our battery charged, believe it or not, is our mouth. That's where we charge the rest of our body. So if we don't put the right things in, then our battery in our body is going to begin to die. It's the only way I can put it, because in reference to the cell phone, when you don't plug that phone up every evening, or whenever you plug your phone up, or keep it plugged up, if you have an older phone and your battery won't hold a charge very long, then that phone has to stay charged up. Well, guess what, guys? Our bodies are the same way. The pH, the chemical makeup of the human body needs the balance of alkalinity in it. It's like going to a swimming pool. Before you get in the pool in the summer, they put a chemical in it, that chlorine in it, and then they test the water to make sure that the pH level in the water is alkaline enough, or it's not acidic, so that it won't burn people's skin. Even that chlorine in the water, you have to wash your hair as soon as you come out of the pool, or it will do damage to the hair. It's the same with bad food, poor diet. Poor diet means that you eat more junk food. You're feeding your kids, your grandkids more junk food. You're eating more junk food, and then you're having problems. And those problems can start right in your head and work right down through the rest of your digestive tract, going through all of the systems in the body, which then you need to recharge your battery. How do we recharge our battery? We recharge our body's battery with nutritious food, fruits, nuts, seeds, vegetables, meats, grains, dairy, and lots of water. Okay? Moving right along. In the human body, the pH of bodily fluids, organs, and other components can have an influence on the biochemical reactions that support various functions. Functions like the heart beating properly, the rhythm of the heart, your kidneys flushing out the toxins properly. The pH in the body has a part to play in every system in the body working properly. And I'm talking about pH the first of the year and probably maybe once a month. But we need to understand that if we don't get our alkaline in our body at a good place, then we're going to start getting all of these very bad doctor's reports. Okay? Mm-hmm. Mm. Mm. For those of you who are not watching the screen and you're listening, I was just taking another drink of my juice. All right. This article looks at how pH balance works, why pH balance is important for maintaining optimal health, and ways that pH balance might be altered. Listen at this. In the human body, the pH of bodily fluids, organs, and other components can have an influence on the biochemical reactions that support various functions. Those functions such as digestion, metabolism, and hormonal production. Metabolism is the rate of the energy that you're feeding the body. If you're giving the body a lot of sugar, you're not going to have a lot of energy to do what it is that you need to do. So your metabolic rate or your metabolism is going to be off, and then you won't lose weight. You'll begin to gain more weight. So even your pH balance in the body, or the alkaline level in the body, or the acidic level in the body, or the dead battery in our bodies, or a charged battery in our bodies. Either way, a dead battery or a charged battery, we're going to get some type of results from it. Okay. Keeping the body's pH balanced allows the body to function in a state of equilibrium or homeostasis. You've heard me talk about homeostasis before. It's just balance. You're balanced. You feel good. You are not on any medication, because that's the goal for 2024. Believe it or not, is if you are on medication, you're fasting to get your body realigned so that you can flush out the toxins and get your numbers right, so that your doctor can say, "Wow, I like what you're doing. Keep it up. What are you doing?" And then you can tell them, "I eat a vegetable salad or raw vegetables every single day, because that's raising my pH level and is killing off the free radicals in the body that causes your alkaline level to drop into an acidic level." I know maybe you're saying, "What is she talking about?" I'm talking about your body's battery. I want you to relate it to your cell phone. If you start to feel bad, or if you're on medication, then your body is acidic. If you're taking any kind of medication, your body you need to balance it out with more nutritious food, so that the medication that you possibly may be on is not causing you to be in an acidic state, which would cause another system in the body to begin to break down. Okay? And I hope I'm making sense, because I want to help us this year. We got a lot of stuff that we have to do for ourselves. There are goals that we want to meet. There's purpose that God wants us to fulfill. There are people that God wants us to meet, to interact with, so that we can get his purposes done in the earth. Amen. Amen. Significance. Although pH is often something only talked about in chemistry class, it does have significance in terms of the body's function. pH is a measure of how acidic or alkaline a substance is. The H stands for hydrogen. pH estimates the concentration of the hydrogen ion in a given substance. As technical as this sounds, you don't need to understand chemistry to understand how pH relates to health. A pH balance is important in terms of health, because having a stable pH is key to maintaining the body's everyday functionings. It's not something that comes up every day, as the body is very good at maintaining a healthy pH balance on its own if we give it the right conditions. If we are drinking our water, if we are eating foods that are high fiber food, less sugary foods, less fatty foods, bad fat. We've talked about fat before. Bad fats. When you want to, I know in our culture, during the holiday season, we want to have a lot of fatty foods. We want the pig feet, and we want the chitlins, and we want those things, the oxtails, and whoo, help me, Lord. We want the pig ears and all of that stuff. We want ham. For some people who like the spiral ham at Christmas time, Thanksgiving, all of those things, those fats that are in those foods are not something that our bodies can handle every day. Now, I didn't say you couldn't have it ever, but that's not something that you can have every day. But what you can have every day, you need beans or some type of fiber. Eat you some nuts. I carry my snack bag still to this day, going on, it's 6 years this year, of being free of cancer, but I still take a snack bag so that when I do get hungry, or if I haven't eaten the way that I'm supposed to eat, or if I have missed a meal, I should say, then what I do is I pull my snack bag. Today I had some dried mango, and that's what I had. I had me 2 scrambled eggs and a bowl of chili. That's what I've eaten today, and now I have this juice. So I'm going to move right along, but even with that, the chili had the beans in it. The beans are full of fiber. The fiber is going to help to flush out my bowels so that my pH levels in my gut can be at a place called what we call homeostasis. So anything that we eat, we want to make sure that it's helping to raise our pH because we want to feel good all the time. The pH range from 0 to 14, with 0 being the most acidic. It's when your battery is dead. It's when your doctor has given you that report that's saying that you really, this is what you have. This is the disease you have. It means that if you're acidic, it means that your body is starting to eat off of itself because there's no more nutrients in it for you to survive. And so what you have to do is drastically feed your body healthy foods. Cut out everything junk. No junk food, no sugar, nothing. All nutritious foods, lots of water. Make sure you drink your warm lemon water in the morning. That will raise your pH level out the door as soon as you get up. Not your coffee. I know a lot of you that are fasting are missing your coffee. We'll replace it with some lemon water, hot, fresh squeezed lemon water, and that's going to raise your pH levels, but it's also going to flush out those toxins that's in your kidneys, okay? 14 being the most basic and 7 being neutral. In healthy humans, normal body pH is between 7.35 and 7.45 with an average of 7.4. Now, when I was diagnosed with cancer and when I did my very first pH test on myself, and Vitamin Shop was the only place that I could find the pH strips. And also, I'm going to go off the camera for a minute. And also, you can order them on, oh my goodness, you can order them online on Amazon. I'm saying, oh my goodness, guys, because when I came around to get some pH strips, I realized that there were some cranberries that had rolled all the way on the other side of my, island here. So I'm going to show you what a pH strip looks like. And I'm not going to do a test because I already have the juice that's been on my tongue, so I can't show you, but I will show you what the pH strip looks like. That's a pH strip. So there are 2 ways that you can test your pH level in your body, and the way that you do that is you can put your saliva, on this, that it covers both of the colors on that strip. It's going to change a color, or you can urinate in a small cup and put this in there and leave it for a few minutes, and it's going to change colors. And when it changes colors, of course, when you buy your pH strips, they're going to give you a chart with it, and it's going to tell you whether you're acidic or you're alkaline, or if you're too high or you're too low. And I remember, every morning I would check my pH once I was diagnosed with cancer, and I found out that the body is made to heal itself if given the right conditions, and it is our pH that begins to put more oxygen in the blood and start fighting off all of those free radicals and fighting off sickness and disease. And I remember so many days I would just cry because I was still acidic. And it took 4 months of eating properly to get my body in an alkaline state. That's how acidic I was. But I had cancer. Cancer could not grow in an alkaline body. Sickness and disease will not stay in an alkaline body. Do y'all understand? So when I started changing what I ate, I juiced every day. I stopped eating ice cream. I stopped eating fried food. I stopped eating baked goods. I stopped drinking store-bought juice. I started cooking all my meals. And if I did eat out, I went to Ruby Tuesdays and had the salad and baked fish and mashed potatoes with Parmesan gravy. Those are the things that I ate, but I baked my chicken. I took the skin off because I knew I couldn't have the fat. I seasoned my food the way I liked it, but I had lots and lots and lots of cooked vegetables. These are the things that I did. I know a lot of you are like, well, what did you do? I stopped eating the things that I knew were detrimental to my health. Come on, y'all. Y'all know the stuff that you're doing that is causing you to be acidic, causing your body's battery to go low. And even some of y'all are still drinking alcohol. That's none of my business. But I'm telling you, if you want to live, if you want to live and have a better quality of life, you will shut it all down in order for you to be able to live and have a good report from your doctor and go on with your life. That's what you want. Guys, that is what you want. That's really what all of us want, right? All right. This likely alkaline pH level is ideal for many biological processes, such as the oxygenation of blood. I said that. So what we want to do is eat lots and lots of greens. Now, what I would do to help my pH in the morning to be up, I would drink a green juice before I went to bed. So that would be a cucumber, kale, Granny Smith apple juice before I went to bed, so that my body, when it's in its process of sending the nutrients to the proper systems in the body, so that we can function better, because from 11 to 3 a.m., the body is filtering out the good things that we've eaten for the day, sending it where it needs to go, getting the oxygen in the cells, and making sure that that blood is flowing properly even while we're sleeping. And so that was helping when I got up and checked my pH. It was on point. So what I was doing was feeding my body nutritiously during the day, but especially the last thing I put in my mouth at night was a nice dark green juice, because the chlorophyll in the green vegetables is what helps to raise the pH. That's enough on the pH system, guys. We're already at 32 minutes, and I want to give you all the benefits of this juice. And I am going to get me a straw, and so that I can do my juice, because it's so good. Mm. I don't know if y'all can tell, but I'm very thirsty. Also, make sure that you drink a lot of water. Um, there are 6 basic nutrients that the body needs to help you to maintain your pH. And I want to tell y'all that those 6 things are, and we talked about it in the earlier episodes, maybe episodes 5 through 10, somewhere in there. But go back and look at those. We're at episode 105. So we've done a lot of, it's been a year. It's been a year, I believe. Yeah. Has it been a year? I think so. Yeah, it's been a year, because this is 2024 and I moved in the house in 2022. So yeah, it's been a year that we've been doing these shows, and I am so grateful to you all who watch, who comment, who text, who give comment and say thank you for helping me, thank you for caring about me, thank you for texting me or calling me to make sure that I'm okay. So many people call me and tell me I got a bad report from my doctor. What can I do? And the first thing, and a lot of people are getting impatient with the process. And that's why I mentioned today that it took 4 months of me eating clean before my body responded. So don't get impatient, because you have the rest of your life to take care of yourself, but you're on the right journey. Get on the right journey, everybody. You need carbohydrates. You need water. You need protein. These are called macronutrients, by the way. You need fat, you need vitamins, and you need minerals. And so those are macro and micronutrients. But, you know, um, you get carbs. You can get good carbs in fruits, vegetables, grains. And you, when you are changing your diet, you have to cut out the white flour products, whether it be cakes, pies, pasta, bread. You have rice. You need to change those. Eat brown rice. Eat brown rice noodles. It's so many things that you must change so that you can have a good quality of life. And that's all I'm going to say about that. All right, guys. The benefits of the cranberries. People call cranberries a superfood for a good reason because they have so many health benefits. They are full of antioxidants. Antioxidants help to raise the pH level in the body. That's why I am drinking this juice and made this juice because I still want to protect my cells. I want to protect the systems in the body. And when I talk about the systems in the body, I'm talking about the integumentary system, which is the skin. We have the skeletal system. We have the cardiovascular system. We have the nervous system. We have the lymphatic system. We have the other organs in the body. We have the cells that are in the body. So the neurological system. And so there are actually so many systems in the body that it blows my mind. But what I want, we have the blood. That's a system in the body. So respiratory system, that's a system in the body, guys. So we have the digestive system in the body. So we have to care for all of those systems with the foods that we eat and eating antioxidant rich foods. Antioxidant means that your body is getting the oxygen that it needs from these foods because the blood needs oxygen in order to kill off dead cells that could turn to sickness and disease. So it is oxidative stress, meaning you're not getting enough oxygen. So the fresh fruits, vegetables, seeds, nuts, beans, grains, good meat, good quality of meat, um, those are high in oxidants or oxygen. So you're getting the things that are killing off the bad flow of oxygen, antioxidant rich foods. You want something that's going to feed you and keep you alive and keep you well. These cranberries have anti-cancer and anti-inflammatory effects. They protect the liver. So for those of you who are detoxing and making sure that you want to target your liver, especially because the liver is what's going to detoxify the blood. And so get you some cranberries, not in the can, but get you some fresh cranberries. This is a recipe that I do. I'll get orange juice. You can make you some orange juice or grapefruit juice, and then put your cranberries, boil the orange juice or grapefruit juice, put your cranberries in that and then mash them up. And that is a very, very nice dessert. It's really good. Okay. Cranberries lower your blood pressure. They improve your eyesight. They improve cardiovascular health, heart health, right? They help with urinary tract health. Studies have shown that cranberries can help lessen the risk of urinary tract infections. They improve gut health. Studies have shown that they can improve the bacteria in people who eat an animal-based diet. So look at that. If there's the good bacteria in the gut, that means that your pH levels are being raised. In other words, if you eat a lot of meat, dairy, and sugar, cranberries can help put good bacteria back in the digestive system. Well, if you do eat a lot of sugar, dairy, and meat, then you're already acidic. So you don't play with that. Cut it out for a season. Just stop doing it for a season so you can feel better. I'm telling you, you will really feel better. Your body will heal itself if you give it the right conditions. I promise you it will. I'm a living testimony of it. I know what I'm talking about. I know what I did to feel better. I know what I did to be healed. I obeyed God with the foods that He left for this body that He created. And so I obeyed Him. This is another thing. They also reduce bile acids. We talked about that when I did the discussion on the liver. They reduce bile acids in the gut that have a link to colon and gastrointestinal cancers. Cranberries takes care of that. Cranberries, guys. I love learning. They keep your mouth healthy. Just like in your digestive system, cranberries help control harmful acids in the mouth. That means that for people who have halitosis or pyorrhea, the gum disease, eating the raw cranberries, making you fresh cranberry juice, it all helps with that bacteria buildup, the acid in the mouth. Acid, alkaline, acidic cranberries help raise the pH level. All right. They lessen the amount of acid you make and keep it from sticking to your teeth. This helps stop cavities, gum disease, tooth decay, and oral cancer. Cranberries also have compounds called proanthocyanidins, which could lower your chance of getting cancer in the first place. All right. Then they do have some risks for cranberries. Um, If you take warfarin, cranberries contain a good amount of vitamin K. This nutrient can interfere with the prescription blood thinner called warfarin. If you take warfarin, doctors say that you should eat or drink only small amounts of the berries or the juice. You get kidney stones. If you drink a lot of cranberry juice over time, you may be more likely to get kidney stones. So you see there's a warning there. But you know, if you take warfarin, because any of the juices that I tell you can have, even with, I love the grapefruit, but a lot of you can't have the grapefruit. You have to substitute it with oranges because the grapefruit interferes with your medication. And I don't want anybody to get sick from wanting to try what it is that I'm allowed to drink, because when God healed me of cancer, I didn't have any other sickness or disease. So that's why I'm able to drink and eat whatever that's healthy. And you want to get to the place that you will be able to do the same thing, right? Mm. I talked to a friend of mine today, and she went and had her annual checkup. And so they told her that her blood sugars were a little bit low, right? And you know what they gave her to raise her blood sugars? They gave her Doritos and snacks right at the doctor's office. Go figure. I'm sure they had some fruit, or you could, I'm sure they had the option, I would think. But I wasn't shocked, because I know when they were trying to insist that I do chemo, um, and when we walked into the room, I already knew that sugar feeds cancer cells. And so, right, there's a little snack area before you go into the chemo room. They have these recliners and the pumps, I guess, the machines that pump the chemical in the body. And I remember walking through there, and as soon as my husband saw it, he said, "Y'all shouldn't have let her see that, because you're gonna tell her, sure, you can eat these snacks while you're while you're getting your treatment, but you're feeding your body sugar that's feeding the cancer, but you're taking chemotherapy to fight the cancer." I, mm, I'm going to leave that one to y'all. Okay. The benefits of ginger. We're going to talk about that just a little bit. I'm not going to go into too much depth, but ginger is very good for us. There are really good benefits. Ginger has medicinal properties. Ginger has a very long history of use in various forms of traditional alternative medicine. Ginger has a substance in it called gingerol. It's a bioactive compound. This is another antioxidant, getting oxygen to the blood, killing off oxidative stress. Antioxidants are in everything that God made for man to eat and put in his body. All right, I'm going to move quickly. Treats many forms of nausea and early morning sickness. Ginger helps with weight loss, can help with osteoarthritis, drastically lowers your blood sugars and improves heart disease risk, can help treat chronic indigestion, helps significantly with menstrual pain. This is ginger. Helps to lower cholesterol levels, contains a substance that helps prevent cancer, and that substance is I am believing that it is the gingerol again because it's not saying, so that is the substance. Yep. It says ginger has been studied as an alternative remedy for several forms of cancer. It's the gingerol. It's that gingerol in it that kills off all of these sicknesses and diseases that attack the body. So that gingerol is going into the blood and helping to promote oxygen flow. And when the more there's oxygen flowing through the blood, the more you are alkaline and the more you are killing off sickness and disease in your body. You've actually plugged your body into nutrients that makes your body alkaline, that gets your body going. All right. It improves brain function to protect against Alzheimer's, and it fights infections such as gingivitis, periodontitis, and inflammatory gum diseases. All right. Ginger also helps respiratory syncytial virus. All right. That's the ginger. God is good to us. He knows everything that we need, right? He does. All right, the grapefruit, and then we have the pineapple. All right, going quickly through the grapefruit. Grapefruits are full of fiber. The fiber is in the hopper and in the juicer. And I tell y'all, I made my what did I make? I made my carrot muffins. Um, when I took off because where I live, I have to go across the James River Bridge, and so the bridge was closed for 4 days. So that I took that time as my Christmas, and I baked and cooked and did some things for my husband and I, so that we could celebrate Christmas when I was home. But grapefruits are full of fiber, and we do need fiber. We do need to not only juice, but we also need to eat our fruits and vegetables, because that puts the fiber in our gut, in our intestines, and it begins to pull off the toxins that are in the small and large intestines, and sometimes can sit in the stomach too. And that's where some people get discomfort and belly aches. All right. Full of vitamin C. And this is the grapefruits. Full of vitamin C, full of vitamin A, has lycopene, antioxidants, reduce wear and tear on our cells, prevent serious diseases such as cancer. Grapefruits, y'all. So if grapefruits can take care of cancer, don't you think it can take care of your high blood pressure? It can take care of your cholesterol. The fiber in the grapefruit and in all the other fruits that I've used today, that fiber will go in and pull that bad cholesterol, that LDL cholesterol, pull that off of your blood and help you to have a better quality of life. Let's see what else. Grapefruit helps with diabetes. It's safe for people with diabetes, helps burn fat. And then there are side effects. Again, people with digestive or stomach conditions may be sensitive to the acid in grapefruit and other acidic items such as vinegar or tomato sauce. Now, when I say, let's see what else it says here, and maybe I won't have to. Listen to your body and note how you feel after eating particular foods. If you find that grapefruit or any other foods give you trouble, it makes sense to not eat those. Some things that I can't eat, like I can't have cinnamon. Cinnamon is something in the cinnamon. It's too much acid for my body, my tongue, and I get sores from cinnamon. So you've got to know, you've got to listen to your body. Even though I may suggest it, you may not be able to do it. Listen to your body. My sister that died of diabetes complications, she used to tell me that you got to listen to your body. And she said, if I had listened to my body, I would not be in the condition that I am in now. Because your body does talk to you. If you get a headache and right after that headache, your vision gets blurred, that's your body talking to you. If after you eat something and you get a tingling in your face, that's your body talking to you. I've had all of that to happen to me. If you eat something and your heart starts to race or beat really fast, your body's talking to you. If you eat something, and I'm sure some of you have experienced this before, you begin to feel nauseous your body's talking to you that either that food is bad or something is going on. If you eat or drink something and you just feel dizzy, like you're about to pass out, your body is talking to you. If you eat something and a couple of days later you start to get pain or swelling in your joints, that's your body talking to you, saying, tell me what you ate within the last week, and we need to do a process of elimination. That's it. If you have immediate negative effects from something that you've eaten, you've got to write down, oh my gosh, I'm having a reaction to that. Or there's other things going on, and all of those things combined in my body is giving me a reaction when I ate this particular thing. So listen to your bodies, everybody. There are medications that grapefruits don't go well with. Grapefruit can block an enzyme that helps your body break down certain medicines. So a natural thing like grapefruit and a man-made thing like certain medicines, the two don't go together. They don't. Mm-hmm. All right. Some of the medications whose metabolism can be affected by grapefruit include atorvastatin, lovastatin, simvastatin, or cholesterol-lowering drugs, fexofenadine, an allergy medication, Ninfit. Y'all got to help me because I don't know how to pronounce these medications. I'm going to spell this one. Nifedipine, a drug for blood pressure. The cyclosporin is an immunosuppressant. So grapefruits will counter the effects of this medication from doing what it needs to do in your body. So please be careful when you make the juices. You might, like I said, may want to add oranges instead of the grapefruits. All right. And last but not least, the mighty pineapple, which I love it. We're going to go through these right quick, and then we're going to close out the show because we're at an hour already, guys, but I love you all. I hope that you're learning something, and especially about fasting, toxins, and now your pH levels. Let's raise your pH levels. Let's become more alkaline. You want to be right there in the middle with your numbers. Go, Amazon sells the pH sticks. Get those, check your pH, and then you'll be able to tell your doctor, I am very acidic. And then what you need to do, greens. For those of you who can have dark green leafy vegetables, you can cook them, steam you some broccoli, eat your broccoli at night, make your juice at night, make you a nice green salad at night so your body can start feeding off of healthy things and killing off of the free radicals and killing the sickness and disease and flushing it right out of the body. Yep. And you know something else we all need to do if you can? Get up and do some type of exercise. Please, by all means. Please, everybody, get up and do some type of exercise. All right, benefits of pineapples. Treats cough and cold. Whew. Strengthen bones, good for teeth. Prevents cancer, aids in digestion. Good for your eyes. Reduce symptoms of arthritis. Prevents hypertension. Reduce risk of blood clots. Contains antioxidants. Prevents nausea. Natural energizer. Stress buster. Pineapple benefits the skin. Treats acne. It's anti-aging. Prevents pimples. Treats black spots. Strengthens bones. Good for your teeth. Prevents cancer. Aids in digestion. Good for your eyes, reduces symptoms of arthritis, prevents hypertension, cardiovascular disease, reduced risk of blood clots. It's very high in antioxidants, prevents nausea. And that is, let me see, want to make sure I've covered everything with it. Oh, good for your hair. Gives your hair a softer and shinier texture, cures inflammation of the scalp. It's loaded with nutrients, speeds up muscle recovery, helps recover from surgery, promotes weight loss. And then these are the nutrients that are in it. Pineapples are full of protein, fat, carbs, and fiber. Has vitamin C, vitamin B6, manganese, copper, thiamine, folate. Folate is my favorite. That's B9. And then it has potassium, magnesium, niacin. Niacin is excellent for the heart. All of this is in the pineapple. Pantothenic acid and riboflavin and iron. All that's good for your blood. So listen, guys, that is the end of the show. I want to say to you all, for those of you who can make the pineapple, cranberry, grapefruit, ginger juice, make you some juice, freeze it, take one day and make you a bunch of juice. What you don't have for that day or week, put it in the freezer, and then you don't have to make any for a while. All right? Guys, I love you. Happy New Year to you. Happy fasting to you all. This is a good day to have a good day. This is Francine Douglas, episode number 105. I love you, but God loves you so much, much more. Take care of yourself in 2024. I look forward to giving you good reports of me obeying God, and I hope when I see y'all in person, and hopefully the book will be out, and hopefully we would do some type of retreat. I know that I'm working at my shop to do a re-grand opening, and then I'm going to start doing some workshops for free for people who it's not in their budget to be able to come to one of my workshops that I charge. And so I love you guys. God bless you. Have a fantastic day. Have a fantastic week, and love yourself so that you'll have something to give to somebody else. Bye, everybody.